It's actually kind of exciting to play this. I haven't played this in ages. Okay, where is the counter? We can test this out, make sure this works. I believe I had it on plus. That did nothing. There we go. 9. There we go. Awesome. Is it too loud? It's just audio. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Know that the first part was very loud. How do I mute real quick? Testing 1 2 3. Seems okay. Okay. Let me change the category. Viewers on Twitch, right? Almost 200k followers. There's only 60 followers on Ape Escape 2001, which I think is more than I think Kid Dracula had, even less. But that was probably the least in terms of game that I played. Oops, that's my fault. Okay, let's start. Got 1 badge, 8 on the Pokedex. Ouch. I think we're right outside Mount Moon. I didn't know we had this many Pokemon. We had a Mankey? Awesome. I guess we can figure it out while we're playing. We have plenty of time. I don't think I tucked anyone in here. I've seen Pokemon get drowsy. Me too. Snore. Let me buy. Oh, you sleep? I'm actually not tired for once. They're so wonderful. They heal Pokemon completely. Yeah, we know. And then there's the Magikarp guy, right? No? Ram. Okay. I haven't played any Pokemon on my own or on here in a long time. But catchers, Peter Jim's rock is totally different. Totally into it. Okay, now we're still in Peter. We must be working on this route over here. I don't think Gust is flying type yet, but we should be fine. Oh, unless he does that. It's unreal how crisp this looks. Especially compared to the SNES. Okay, I'm not gonna fool with that. Our next gym is Misty, right? Which is water type. We got Pikachu. Is Nidoran part ground type? Dum 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 dum. But she has Psychic, Starmie, and such. So Mankey wouldn't be good. And I don't think Nidoran would be good either. Oh no, that's fine, whatever it is. We'll get half ground to the final. Oh, okay. It's good to know. The poison wouldn't be good though, still. I guess, is Paris part ground, or is he just poison? Because I might, I wasn't even paying attention. That's fine, I'll use someone else. Actually, is Psychic weak to Psychic? Buggrass. I don't even remember if like Starry and Starmie are Psychic, or they just have moves, kind of like Psyduck. Or is Psyduck... No, I'm thinking of Psyduck and Water. I guess we didn't fight most of these guys. Psychic resists itself, okay. Water only Starmie is Water Psychic. Gotcha. I didn't know that. I think I would keep... We might get a Paris. I don't think I want to get a Zubat. I got a Zubat in silver, and I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach. He's good now. He's a gold bat, but training that guy was such a pain. This early guy is probably going to be Diglett. Yeah, I would imagine so. In the Diglett tunnel. Yeah. I will probably get... Wait, Crobat is friendship, right? Yeah, I'm trying to get a Crobat, because I never had one. To be honest, I don't think I ever... Even when I had Golbats, I would evolve them and then just not use them. So it's been nice using that too. I was gonna say I'll trade him over to get the Crobat, but I as far as I'm aware, if you trade, happiness like drops. It's like 0. So maybe after, I'll trade him over to use him in Crystal. I don't know. It's also kind of tempting to have like trade Pokemon on the third version. But then you kind of have to deal with them not listening to you because they'll be too high level. Sure. Pikachu's pretty weak. Thunderwave. How do I have all these status moves? I need like quick attack. Gen 2 mechanics, but Gen 3 rating was set friendship. Yeah, I think it's the same in Gen 2. At least last when I checked, which was back in the day when I played it for the first time. And I had to find out what friendship was. It would be nice to, because I from what I understand, there's some Kanto only Pokemon. Some of the Johto Pokemon are only found in Kanto post game, like Misdreavus. Is it Misdreavus? The ghost Pokemon from Gen 2. Who's got like huge eyes, and it's purple. I think she can only be found in Kanto. And it would be nice to trade it back to use in Crystal, since I had a Haunter in Silver. It would be nice to use a different Houndour, yeah. And I think I was gonna say Murkrow, but I don't think that's true. No, that is. I think I had a Murkrow in Diamond, who was pretty good. That was like my strongest Pokemon. Dum 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 dum. Houndour's not fire, is he? Is he fire dark? Or is it just dark? Or is that Houndoom? The comfy and easy to wear. Give it up. The legend. It's true. Fire dark, gotcha. Oh, I thought I could take that. Why was that so shrill? That's terrifying. Do Pidgey. Yeah, that'd be nice, because, well, I guess there's like Slugma, but I don't think you get Slugma till like the 8th gym. But through 9 gyms of Pokemon Zubat's families, still only poison flying, really. Jeez, this rat. Almost don't even want. Okay, no, I'm just gonna die here. I wonder if like coughing and wheezing, would they just like given levitate later on instead of just giving a flying type? gee. Well, I think I'm screwed here. I don't know if you can even switch when Rappa is going. Well, we'll try to switch, but I don't think I can. Okay, no, I can. I'll have to do that. Jeez. HP did the sickest sound effect. Sounds like a galactic truck hit you. Yeah, I thought you couldn't switch out. Maybe they changed it for yellow. Because I think Rappa is a minimum of 2 turns. So, oh. Pikachu faints, so he goes back in the ball. I thought I remember he still follows it even if he fainted. I thought for sure I made it to Mount Moon. I guess not. I must be thinking of red. I think that's where I'm at in red. Like right before you go into Mount Moon. I don't think we'll get all the way to Misty today, but hopefully we can tackle Mount Moon. Let's see what I have in the box. Nidoran. What is that? Nidoran male? No, female is the blue one. Boom, boom. Oh, come on. Did that tackle do nothing? Yeah. To Pikachu. It's a little weak. I'm gonna need him in tip-top shape for Misty. Nice. Don't. He's 1 level till he evolves, so get some HP. Actually, I think if they get knocked out, they can't learn new moves. So let's not risk too much of that. I got plenty of PP at least. Here we go. This one, quick attack. I thought it would be later though. Oh shoot! No! That was an accident. Did I just restart? Oh, he doesn't learn anything. When he becomes Butterfree, does he? No, I thought you learned Gust. Reset? Yeah. That stinks. Yeah, I think I can reset what's going on. Yeah. That's what Thunderbolt is probably the next one. That's not till like the 20s, right? Dang. Okay. Well, that seems like a good time for a tier list. Since we're gonna just sit through all this again. Let me see if I can find. Okay, there's that. And then let's go to. No. How do I change it? Let me change the music so it's not on that the whole time. Let's see what this one is. No, let's do. I've got a bunch of movie stuff, so I want to go in and out with the movie stuff. Okay, this is what is this? Illumination. I did pretty much every major animated since we did what did we do? We did Pixar and DreamWorks a while ago. Like, might as well just do the rest since there's not like a ton, but there's several notable ones. I haven't seen everything, especially the newer stuff. I think Illumination gets a very bad rap. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is like, I don't know how to explain it other than it can be a little generic. Yeah, that's a nice word I could use. I didn't know they made Hop, and now that I'm looking at this, for the rest of these, I tried to keep off like live action stuff. But for this one and the last one, I did the Minion people. I don't know if you've seen any of these, Gio, have you? But they started and came to prominence in like the 2010s, so it's all mostly recent, like very recent movies. I can't even see what that is down there actually. The bottom right. Wait a minute. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Yes. Okay, but I need this windowed. There we go. There we go. Now I can see for Secret Life of Pets. When people talk about Illumination, this comes to mind because this is probably the most like the only thing that comes to mind is like AI generated movie. It's just like so devoid of anything interesting. It's like a lifeless film. Soulless is probably the best way to describe it. This is like the movie that you fall asleep to on a summer afternoon because because it's so boring and you don't even want to stay up and watch the rest of it. Hop, we used to watch this back in the day, back when it came out. I didn't know they made this. I assumed they did the animation. I didn't look into it. I assumed they did the animation for it. I remember people used to compare the Sonic movie to this movie before the Sonic movie came out, and the Sonic movie is a much better template for this sort of movie than Hop is. But Hop is not a bad movie. I haven't seen it in ages. I don't remember most of it, but it's not terrible. It's just kind of by the books. And then Minions. I've talked about Minions a bit on some of these other ones, but Minions and Penguins of Madagascar have this thing where, like, they take the popular side characters and they try to make their own story with it, but these side characters are kind of dependent on the main characters to be effective. So without that, it kind of sucks out all the interesting stuff that the movie has to offer. This is like such a forgettable, nothing film. They made a second one, which I haven't seen. I have no interest in seeing it. I'm gonna have to go heal again. And then I didn't make these tiers. So some of these tier lists, the criteria on the left is gonna be different. I just left it as is because most of them are fine, even if it's not what I would use. So basically the bottom would be C. What this is B. Despicable Me sequels are good. A lot of people, when you hear them talk about Illumination, they'll say Despicable Me was good and everything else sucks. But I think this Despicable Me sequels are pretty solid. They're well written. They're probably not as like amazing as the first one, but they're pretty good. 3 I've only seen once when it came out. I thought it was decent. It was a good time with his brother and stuff. It had a solid emotional through line. I don't remember the villain. It was good seeing the chemistry between, I can't remember her name, but Gru's wife. And that's why I like 2 a bit more. I know. I didn't. To me, a boring or devoid piece is like 5. Like that's middle of the road. I don't dislike it or like it. So it's just right in the middle, you know. If I dislike something, you're gonna get lower than 5. It's basically 5 is like the benchmark, and then I either take away or I add to that score, depending on. It's just such a devoid film but it's still watchable. It's very pretty. All the Illumination movies are very pretty. But it's just, there's nothing there. Like, you'll watch the movie and you'll probably forget about it within a week. You know? Despicable Me too. There's some stuff in there I really like. The villain was cool. I like the mall setting. Some of the stuff with the minions was actually pretty nice. I like the hero stuff. It's solid. I do enjoy that movie. I've seen it a few times now. Sing was a surprise because I remember rewatching Sing recently because it was just on, and being shocked at how much better it was than I remember. I remember Sing being along the lines of Secret Life of Pets, where there's just nothing there, like absolutely nothing to sink your teeth into or to enjoy. It's just like mindless kid stuff to put on for your toddler on their tablet. But I rewatched that and it was really good, like really solid. It takes a lot from the 2010, I want to say, Muppets, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and especially the ending. And I'm a sucker for what Muppets did with its ending. and I had a great time rewatching that movie. Um, Despicable Me is a classic. It's got to be this high. You know, put them on the map for a reason. I would say it's a modern day classic. It's great, um, and it's no wonder that it blew up like it did. We can use Peck on this guy. Mario Bros. Movie is a tour de force of, how do I say it? Animation. It's visually stunning, especially as a Mario fan. It was a treat to watch something like that, where the game has like come to pretty much been translated to screen. But I have a lot of issues with some of the characterizations, some of the choices, like the insert songs that they put in there. Not really for me. The pacing is pretty bad. It's really this high because of how the visuals. You know, it was a real treat when this came out. I'm hoping the next one's a lot better. Unfortunately, I don't think it will be story-wise. I really don't like, I'm not sure if I've talked about this on here. I really don't like what they did with Peach. Or Luigi. And Toad, I'm iffy on. And there's like some real... I don't like what they did with Cranky either. It's just but it's still like, I'm very glad it exists, you know. And then the Lorax is... I'm not even sure how I could describe it. There's something about the Lorax in Horton Hears a Who, and the Grinch too, actually. It's like the Dr. Seuss adaptations. Yeah. Sorry, Kyo, if I just spoiled you. I won't say anything more, but he is. There's something about some of the Dr. Seuss adaptations that are really that were made into movies. They really knock them out of the park. They add so much onto what was already there, but they don't take away from the core that was the original story. And I also like that they make their own story with it. You know, they don't try to do it one-to-one, which is very much appreciated. It's probably my favorite, like, adaptations now that I think about it. Because you have, like, an amazing book in the Lorax. Maybe not amazing, but the Lorax is one of Dr. Seuss's better works, I would say. And then you have the movie, which kind of takes it and does its own little spin on it, but it still has the same message. The original stuff is really good and has its own message, but it still kind of ties into the main theme of it. That, Horton Hears a Who, and in 2000's Grinch all do that very, very well. This guy, dude. I don't have quick attack. I would have used quick attack right there. I'm not sure who can take this. We're just gonna do Mankey. But that's a modern day classic, I would say. That's one of the best animated movies of the 2010s. The music is incredible too. I was just listening to Needville at work the other day because it came on. And it was banging, you know. It's amazing, amazing. But yeah, that's it for Illumination. What are we gonna use? He's switching in, right? Okay, yeah. I don't think, what, Butterfree doesn't get confusion until like 18, right? Maybe it's like 12. Let's do Pidgey. I forgot about this rap. Maybe I should do the switch thing that I did. I should maybe not be going out of order though. Let's circle back around to this. This is PSP. I think my minimum is 5 entries for these tier lists. And PSP has exactly 5 games that I've put time into and that we used to own back in the day. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to switch. Too busy focused on the stream. Nice. Yeah, PSP tier list. Spider-Man, what's that? I actually can't see. It's on my shelf right in front of me. Let me see. Web of Shadows, I think. It was okay. I put some time into it. It's like a 2.5 beat 'em up, but you can like platform and like swing around and stuff. Just kind of a strange license title is all I can say about it, you know. It's NBA 07 is actually pretty good. There's some really stellar mini games in that game. Like I think there was a no, I was gonna say there was like a skee ball, but it could just be. I think there's like a basketball skee ball type thing. It's one of the only like NBA games I've put time into. That in 2014, which I think I got rid of. Either that or my brother has it. Anyway, Pro Street is pretty good. That's actually funny. I was watching a video talking about this version of Pro Street the other day. It's not my favorite Need for Speed, but it's pretty solid. I remember at the local library they had a 360 setup with the console version of the game, and I tried it and I was like, this is pretty much like the PSP version but just with nicer graphics. Kind of surprised how well they translated it to the PSP. I think I just prefer I guess I'm not a big circuit racer guy, but it could have just been this game wasn't the best, because I do like it in like Forza and such. I think for Need for Speed, I'm more of a street racer guy. I do like the professional stuff, just not like this, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Star Wars The Force Unleashed was amazing. I used to play that game all the time. Excellent game. I recently found out that the PSP version is like way different from the console version. Actually, I actually did know that. I remember playing the console version like 6 years ago, something like that. Just trying it out. And the like opening levels are like way different. There's similar like set pieces and scenarios and levels and such, but I remember like the story was very much different. There's like a, what do you call it, like a roguelike? No. There's like an endless mode in this game that was so much fun. You should put hours into that. Just very cathartic, awesome game. I do want to play it again, especially the console version sometime. Who knows when that would be though. Okay, he didn't use an attack, which is good. I don't know if he's gonna. No, he's not gonna. Now, I don't think I'll get first hit, so I'm gonna switch. And then Daxter is pretty incredible. That was a very pivotal childhood game for me. I started replaying it somewhat recently, like a couple years ago, which is crazy to say. It feels like yesterday. But I looked at my save and it was like 2024. But I went like halfway through and then I don't know why I stopped. I think I just got caught up with other things, but I do want to finish it because I'm gonna get back into Jack this year, hopefully, since I'm playing games that I've started but not finished. I'll play that and then I'll lead into Jack too. But it's just a great game. One of the best like side games, you know. I know it's crazy. I was watching something the other day, and they were like, "Let it set in that 2014 is more than 10 years ago." I was like, "Dude, that feels like yesterday." Crazy, man. Crazy. Okay. I'll just do Pikachu on all these again. We did that one. I think we did this one, right? I gotta stop turning that off. Yeah, that's elimination. I'm just gonna spam A on these. Oh, so I have for a while now. I've been tracking everything that I experience. Back when I was on Twitter, I knew a few people who used to do it, and then like I think it was like 2023, like all of my mutuals were doing it. It just so happened that I was already geared up to start doing it from like a year prior, but I started doing it as well. Okay, let's not mess this up. Wait for a second. Yes, we're gonna do Growl. We have to keep that in mind that it just pops up. I expected another menu, you know, to like take me into the move list, not for it to pop up. Oh yeah, we'll do Growl. But I've been doing that for a while, and since 2023, so I have. Ooh, here we go. creepy Metapod sprite. Butterfree sprite's nice though. Gonna be another. Okay, he does learn confusion right away. I'm not sure how much that'll help me for this upcoming battle, but. Why'd they keep caring about us looking at them? Anyway. Not these Rattatas. Jeez, man. But yeah, I keep track of it year by year. I have a big list: books, movies, games, TV shows. And I think back in 2023, I ranked every movie I saw, which included old stuff, but it was like a massive, like almost 100 thing list. And then I decided, and then I had like my top 5 movies that came out that year that I saw that year. But it was only 5 movies, so I decided I would do movies that I watched that were new to me that year, which is a good middle ground in terms of just numbers. Okay, we can't do this. We have to switch. So we have 23 movies right here. Yeah, I guess we'll just go in order like we do. These bottom 2 are short films. This is Biohazard 4D Executioner, I think it's called. The animation in this is very, I don't want to say dated, but it's kind of creepy because of how old it looks. It's very unnerving. It takes place during like RE3, which is kind of cool. But it's so short. It's kind of like the why didn't I use quick attack? Are you kidding? No, you're fine, Keo. Have a good night. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully, good luck on that CD if you do try to. It's on me. I'm not even paying attention. It's just a Mankey, right? It's just a Rattata. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get that far, but hopefully. I'm gonna try to beat Mount Moon at least. Because I think I might want to work on repairs and stuff tonight. And I don't know if I'll stream that, we'll see. My voice will probably be gone by the time I'm through some of these lists. I'll just stay on who I'm at right now. But yeah, it's kind of like the other Resident Evil CG, the actual films, just like 15 minutes long or something like that. Like there's a new virus, special virus that we never learn about in the games, we never see again, and all this silly stuff. But it's got a good atmosphere and such. I'm glad I watched it. I was so put off for it for many years because I remember hearing about it back when I first got into Resident Evil, and it looked so unnerving that I didn't want to watch it. But it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But it is pretty unnerving, I will say. And then that's Puss in Boots. It's like little Diablos or something like that. I forgot I have it on here. The 3 Diablos. It's a cute little short film. Those little baby cats. That was fun. Pass this guy out here. And then do 2 row. Yeah, that's not taking up too much of the screen. And after that, we have action movies. I should have left a space there, but yeah. So this is movies I saw in 2023. Quantumania, I'm pretty sure came out that year. That movie sucked. I'm one of those people. It's a bit stereotypical now, but after Endgame, I was like, I'm pretty much good with Marvel. You know, I don't need more MCU films. I'm sorry. And part of the reason was because the stuff that was coming out after Endgame just sucked. Quantumania was not very good. It was like a rip-off Star Wars, which is so weird because Disney owns both of them. Why are you like copying each other? I did like the stuff with the villain, I will say. Unfortunately, all the setup there is gone because of what happened with the actor. I don't know what it is. I know like the people who worked on the first Ant-Man, they had a lot of issues, production issues and such. And they didn't come back for the next 2. And it really shows because Ant-Man and Wasp and this movie are not good. It wasn't like an appalling, thankfully. It looks like nothing, since we're starting with that, nothing here was like, I need to wash my eyes out, or I wish I hadn't seen that, thankfully. But it wasn't great. There's some pretty backgrounds towards the beginning, although the rest of the movie has pretty Marvel CGI, which is like doesn't look the best, and just like cheesy lines and jokes and stuff. The Meg 2, the trench is a sad one because I actually went and saw this with my mom, and I had seen the trailer. The first Meg is okay. It's not a bad movie. There's like a kernel of a great movie in there. It's pretty solid. Obviously, it's like the Jaws. I'm realizing now that my counter is up on top of that. I apologize. I'm gonna see if I can move that real quick. I don't think we're gonna have to move the picture because that's gonna be too distracting. Put it over here. But yeah, it was okay. But there's like a kernel of something like amazing in there. It just didn't realize it. It's very Jaws. I don't want to say rip off. What's it called? It's sort of like type movie, I guess. It just didn't shine. But the you know, I was interested. My mom wanted to see it, and I was interested in it, you know. And man, the first like third of this movie, or like I guess half, incredible. It was like insanely good. I was surprised at how awesome it was. But the second half was just like, it dragged. There wasn't anything. It wasn't nearly as interesting or riveting. It was just kind of went into generic monster movie disaster stuff. It was ripping off Jurassic Park, which is weird and also disappointing since Jurassic Park is ripping off Jurassic Park nowadays. I didn't need more of that. And then all this cool, like really cool stuff was in the trailer. So I'd seen it already. It was so disappointing. But yeah, it was so close, man. I still think about that first like bit of the movie because it was so well paced and the scenes were all like great. There was good setup, mystery. suspense, you know, it was awesome. Um, Fast X isn't like surprising how kind of poor the quality was. The last few Fast and Furious have not been great. This one was yet another. Part of the reason we still watch these is just like, I guess, like brand loyalty. Fast and Furious has been a huge thing in my family, and I mean, I love the series, but it's definitely fallen off. I don't want to spoil, but there's a trend in some of the recent movies involving certain characters that continues with this one. This also ended with the cliffhanger that we were supposed to get a movie like a year after, and it's been a few years now, we still haven't gotten it, and there's still like, it's in limbo, which stinks. The villain was like not the best. He's eccentric, and that's pretty much it. I wasn't a fan, honestly. There's like a weird, one of the previous characters that's not in this movie, but his successors are. And for whatever reason, they put like two of his successors in the movie, and it feels kind of redundant. Sometimes it feels like they just put celebrities in here just to have them. There's a cool twist at the end, I will say. Quite a cool twist that sort of introspective into the series as a whole. They did that a couple times in this movie, but it's just, I couldn't really quite explain why the recent movies just don't hit like at all. Okay, let's see what's down here. I think Jigglypuff maybe. It just, I don't know. And I was hoping, because the next one was supposed to be, I don't know if this is still true, supposed to be the final movie. So I was like, okay, it's a part 1. They could clean it up for part 2. We can get something real special. But who knows at this point. 65 was a very mediocre film. I don't know what it is, but I forget his name. The guy who plays Kylo Ren, who's the star of this movie. I've watched a couple of his movies, and I don't know what it is, but this man gets, like, put in some of the worst movies. Maybe not worst is not the best. Just not good movies in general. Even though he's a pretty good, like, really good actor. This man can't get a break. It's just, there's nothing here. This movie feels like After Earth in a lot of aspects. You could tell that they didn't have the biggest budget because there's a lot of like off-screen stuff. The ending was just kind of it's forgettable. It's just not great. It's a shame. I want like a good dinosaur movie, you know? Is that too hard to ask? Midway is another very generic movie. Very cliche and blockbuster, I like to say. Just like, you know what's gonna happen. It's very dramatized, I guess. And cliche, like I said. It's just by the books, by the numbers. There's some very shoddy, what is it called? I forget the word. It's not CG, but like compositing, you know, where they put people into CG background. It looks bad. There's like just like cheesy computer work all throughout this movie. But it wasn't like terrible. It was just, you know, that was The Flash, probably one of the coolest setups for a superhero movie I've seen, especially a superhero origin movie. It's just bogged down by DCEU garbage, I would say. Like weird acting choices, weird story decisions, messy continuity. Yeah, there was some cool stuff like the Batman in there. Like I said, I really like the setup, but it just wasn't. It has a very strange vibe to it. I couldn't quite explain it. I don't think there's anything in this grass for me, I guess. Assholes, Minkies, and Spearows. We'll check one more time, and we'll fight this lady. I should be using Pikachu right now, actually, to grind. Nice. Haha. That's so funny. But it's not terrible. People like say that's one of the worst movies ever made, or superhero movie. It's not. Like, chill out. Do I have a Rattata? I don't remember if. I don't think you get the Pokeball caught symbol until in 2. I don't know. I'll check after this, and then I might fish for another one. Ride Your Wave was... I would get clips of this online for a while, which sometimes that's good. I'll get movie clips and then that'll influence me to watch a movie I haven't seen before, which is cool. What really set this over the top for me was I kept seeing comments about how this was like a movie that was very emotional and like sad. And I was like, okay, I at the time I was like, I want to watch something like that. And then I watched it, and it wasn't. It was sad. It was just like not the greatest film I've ever seen. It was like very okay. I can't really explain why. It just wasn't that great, you know. Let's see if we have. He's probably going to be right here. But he'll be in the Dex. Okay, I don't have a Rattata, so we're going to try to catch one. I don't know if I have any balls, though. Okay, I do. What is TM34? I'm not going to do that. I think if I use it, I have to use it, right? Yeah, it wasn't that good, honestly. It wasn't a great movie. Godzilla Tokyo SOS. I saw this in theaters. This was the Godzilla Day film for that year, I want to say. Maybe, but I think -1 came out this year, so I'm not sure how that works. I don't know. I think this was in October and -1 was in November. I could be wrong about that. But it was a sequel to a pretty amazing film in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. It was just not as good as that, I would say. It kind of repeats some of the stuff found there to a lesser degree. It repeats stuff from Mothra to a lesser degree. I don't know what it is with Mothra. She gets shafted and they keep telling the same story over and over again, but worse. I don't know what it is. The emotional heart there just wasn't nearly as strong. It has a pretty good ending, I will say. The characters aren't as good, but overall, it was decent. It just wasn't amazing. The Fallout, that's another one where I was saying I would watch clips. There's a very this is a very heavy subject matter movie, and the first, like, one of the first scenes is very heavy, I would say. And I'd seen that on YouTube or something, and I was like, this seems like it might be interesting, and it was. It was a good movie. It just, there's some, I don't know, some things in there I'm not personally okay with, I suppose. I don't know how to explain it, but it was solid. It was solid. The message was heard, and it was a good film, I would say. Just about like trauma and how it affects you, trying to find peace in that, how different people move on from traumatic experiences. I don't know how long this thing is. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to get the middle in here somewhere. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's do 4 down. We'll do one more on this, and then we'll flip towards the top. Okay. I think we can knock him out. The only thing, or bad thing about this, I can't see the HP. Okay, we can get another attack in here. Gone in 60 Seconds, that was a pretty solid film. We've owned this movie, I just never seen it. And I'm always a sucker for a car film. It was good. It wasn't like my favorite or anything, but it was good. I don't have much to say about that one. 28 weeks later, one of the Discords I'm in is always talking about, I mean, it's a Resident Evil's Discord, so of course they're talking about zombie stuff. But they recommended 28 Days Later. I guess it's like one of the best zombie films of all time. And I accidentally watched this one first, just because the names are so similar. I mixed them up. And it was solid. This movie's, ooh. Okay, we're gonna try to catch this. I mean, I could maybe get one later, but I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this is blue exclusive, but we're playing yellow. Nice. My Sandslash in blue version was my strongest Pokemon. He was the anchor of my team. That's why Sandslash is one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm not gonna nickname him unless one of the viewers wants it to be. It's dry when it gets cold at night. Its hide is said to become coated with fine dew. I don't remember Butterfree's Pokédex. I must have read it. I must have forgot. Nope. Today. But he was named Claude. But yeah, 28 weeks. It's a good, like, action movie, I would say. The hate for this movie is insane. Like, the Discord I'm in, these people, like, act like this movie, like, killed their child. It's fine. Obviously, it's not, it doesn't live up to this classic that is the first movie. But it's a pretty solid sequel, I would say. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was a good film, very emotionally powerful. It was nice to have a villain that got some fleshing out in the MCU. Some great effects, a solid end. The Guardians of the Galaxy, I would say. It was just a good movie. A light in the darkness that was the MCU at the time. I watched Speed for the first time. I've heard great things. It was a good movie. I really liked everything up until they left the bus, I would say. When they left the bus, it lost a lot of luster for me. Everything before that was really good, though, I would say. And the ending was kind of eh. We came to find a Rattata, and we gotta stand true. I can't use this guy against... Was my other one level 10? Was it like level 5 or something? Whatever. Can't use this against Misty, though. Yeah, I guess that's it for those. Oh, this is so huge. I thought this would be a little smaller. Perhaps I make them 3 wide. I don't know. Maybe I could make an overlay that's like only 1/2, where I put the screen to the right, like all the way to the right, instead of the middle. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a lot. Anyway, Barbie. That was a good movie. I liked it. It wasn't what I expected at all. But what was there, I think, was good for the most part. Some great practical effects. Although I found out recently that it wasn't all practical effects like they were saying it was. And the sets and stuff weren't all physical, which I feel is kind of disingenuous. Anyway. Yeah, I liked it. I don't think I would go and watch it again, unless it was with someone who hasn't seen it. But it was solid. Five Nights at Freddy's came out that year. That was a really solid. I really enjoyed that movie. I think that movie is really good. I'm tempted to put these 2 away so I don't use them. Let's go heal. I'm not sure how far it is to that center up there, so. A really solid movie. The only problem, that movie has villain bloat. It's just kind of, I would imagine it's a bit hard to follow. Especially if you don't know the lore of the games. But yeah, I think it was a really solid movie. I'm very happy. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I saw it with a friend and with my mom. I do like that. And the Mario Bros. I've already talked about today, so very visually stunning, I'd say. I have some qualms with the characters. the pacing and such, but it's very pretty, and it was just nice to have the game translated to film relatively faithfully. Sherlock Holmes, I think it's like Order of Shadows. I can't see the it's the second one. I guess I watched the first one the year prior. Or I think I didn't count it, but I finally like sat down and watched these because these two movies are like my brother's favorite movies. There was a time where my brother got sick and he watched both of these non-stop for like the entire day. It was insane. They're good movies. I will say, especially going back and watch them now, where I'm not like a kid, you know, and I actually understand what's going on fully. We hadn't seen another Rattata, but I'm sure we'll catch another one. I should have. Did you touch me? Okay, chill out, chill out. The second one was probably as good as the first one, which was great to see. I wish they made a third one though. It sounds like it fell into development trouble. I Am Legend. I'd seen pieces of this. It used to scare me out of my mind. Back in the day, seeing some of the stuff from this. But again, this is another where I saw a lot of clips. I'm like, well, I've always wanted to watch that movie, so I watched it. It was good. It was really solid film. Let me close my door real quick. After this, after this tier list is done, I'm going to go take a break and go eat, I think. Probably around the top of the hour, I would imagine. Where were we at? I'm Legend. But yeah, it was really great to go see that. The alternate ending is way better. Like way better. But it has a great like style to it. It's really solid film. I'm glad to have finally watched that one. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish also came out that year. I went and saw that because I heard it was good, and it was good. It was really good. Very pretty film. I feel like I've maybe talked about this one before. Drunken Master. My barber was wanting me to watch this for ages, and I just never got around to it. So I'm like, I need to sit down and watch this, and it was really good. It's very, Jackie Chan movies are great. Amazing choreography, really funny. Just a great movie. I haven't seen like these old school kung fu movies since like I was a kid. It was awesome. I was gonna watch some more, but I just never got around to it. Hopefully, one of these days. I think there's a trainer. Yes, okay. Okay. Creed 3 was something I haven't seen the Creeds or the Rockies, but my friends wanted to go see it, so I was like, I won't pass up a chance. Recently I've been trying to not let stuff like that keep me between um, having, hanging out with friends or having experience with them. Um, if someone wants to do some, I'll just do it right then, just so I can have that experience. Not be fussed about whether I've like seen something or played a prior game that I want to play. And Creed 3 was one of those, and it was really good, like a really good movie. Very emotionally powerful, really well made. It was awesome. It's so refreshing to get like a black film that's not about racism or social or economic issues. Not that it wasn't in there, but it wasn't about that. It was great. It was so good. It was a great movie. 28 Days Later. I see why it's a classic. It's such an amazing vibe to this movie. This one scene, I won't spoil it, but there's a bit of a reprieve later on in the movie with some great music. It was amazing. I loved it. I still think about that scene every time I think about the movie. The rest of the movie was quite solid. It wasn't anything like outstanding, but it was really good. Okay, woohoo. Okay, we're not getting Sandshrew. 86 book, yep. Oh, this is the magic card guy. I got swindled by that guy first time I played the game. Let's see what's over here. I think this is where you find Jigglypuff, typically, in this patch. Is Pikachu in first? Nice. Okay, where were we? I lost track of Twitch, sorry. Okay. I got distracted. Yeah, it was a good movie. 1917. This is probably one of my favorite war movies. I love it when they do new like stuff, like new styles and such in movies. The whole like thing with this movie is that it's supposed to be shot in one take. It's technically not, but there's only like one time where there's a cut, but the rest of the time it's one continuous shot throughout the whole entire movie. And it's amazing. I love stuff like this where you feel like you're in the movie right there with them, and it's a lot like a video game. And to me, this is like one of the examples of like, I don't know, someone who says like video games can't be art or whatever. This is like one of the strengths of the perspective, you know, that a game can give you. Because you're following right along with these people the entire time. It's so good. So I almost watched it twice in a row. I really liked it. I'm glad I took a chance with that one. I heard it was good, but I didn't hear like a ton about it. But I was like, this looks interesting. I watched it. Especially the name alone was interesting. Oh, why am I using Thundershock? Anywho. I can't use a ground attack. I mean a flying attack. Suzume. That came out that year? Somehow that feels older. I went and saw this. This is the third in Makoto Shinkai's unofficial trilogy of Your Name movies. It was good. I think I prefer the first two. The thing with Suzume, it's much more action oriented, and the main characters are not like emotionally invested in one another, which was like fine. I don't need like a romance or anything, but it was disproportionately focused on Suzume. Obviously that's the name, and less so on the male lead. What I like about the first two is that both of the leads, you know, what do they call, like a deuteragonist? You get plenty from both leads, and they get equal billing and development and such. But I mean, it's another bang up job. It's crazy. It's great. I can't hate. Boy and the Heron, I'm working on something about this, but Boy and the Heron was sort of a roller coaster. I didn't care for it that much when I first saw it, and it had a lot of expectations going in. Upon rewatch, I have a newfound appreciation for it, but even still, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's probably my least favorite Miyazaki film, and one of my least favorite Ghibli films, if not my least favorite. It's still really good, but it's got issues. I will say that's probably all I'll give for now. I don't know who's out there. Okay. I don't know if I think Butterfree's bug flying, so I don't want to use her against this guy. What did she spec? He's got lower defense than I. Yeah. Oppenheimer was pretty great. I thought it was a really good movie. My issue with it, and a lot of movies nowadays, I've wanted to rewatch it, and then I remember the very explicit sex scenes, and it's just kind of a turn off for me. It's I rather not, you know. Which is a shame, because otherwise I think it's pretty good, but that knocks it down quite a bit for me. Otherwise it'd probably be like top 3 or something. The Revenant was a great movie. I think there's another one I've seen clips of. Really great, like, oppressive feeling to it. It really like felt like survival, you know. I like the the overall theme in it. It was just a really good movie overall, like just solid. I can't even, everything about it really worked. Spirit Away live on stage. That's a hard one for me. Obviously Spirit Away, one of my favorite Ghibli movies, like top 3. It's almost 1-to-1 with the movie, but they added some stuff, and some of that stuff that they added is really good. Some of it's not super necessary, but it's just nice to have more of a good thing, you know. But it's so hard to like rate it and rank it because obviously it's aping off of a previous work for one, like 1-to-1, and because it's a different medium, they did a great job translating an animated work to a play. Like they did a really good job. Like stuff with like Yubaba's big face, like had like people holding up parts of her face, and then they would like flip it around when she got angry and such. It was really cool. But it's like, and it's like if I want to watch, I've thought about like, should I buy this? Like it's great. But it's like if I want to watch Spirited Away, I probably just watch Spirited Away, you know? Would I watch another version of it that has really cool stuff in it, but it's just not the same movie because it's a completely different medium? You know, it's a hard question for me. I've been really not sure. Okay, he doesn't want to fight. I thought he wanted to fight. Donald from Cerulean? Is he talking about Mount Moon or something else? I guess we could tackle Mount Moon. There might be Geodudes in here, so I guess I'll use Butterfree. Who's after? I think Lieutenant Surge. We can check real quick. Surge, so I probably don't want to get flying. I don't know. It doesn't particularly matter. We'll just focus on evolutions for now. So I think maybe Pidgey, Spearow, and then we'll catch maybe a Paris if possible. I don't know, maybe a Geodude. I might save Geodude for like way later. Okay, wait a minute. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna sacrifice one of these. Okay, Bide. No. Water gun, that's pretty good. No. Don't have any water Pokemon. I want to fight this guy. I don't want to get a random encounter, but I think we're gonna get one. Doop. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? Okay, let me, because we're doing new stuff right now. I'm gonna put this away for now. Better fight a flying type move. I don't even know if there's any flying type moves in Gen 1 besides Peck. Sure there's a... Oh, Fly. Yeah, probably my best bet. I don't think there's any like that I'm gonna learn though. I might keep Pidgey and teach it Fly. Because it's gonna take a while to evolve him. Who was it? I didn't even. It's probably another. Oh, Kakuna. I like. My brain went blank. Team Rocket. I might wait to get Zubat to like way later to get a higher level one. I don't think I'm gonna use one. Leech Life. That always sounded like I don't know, like a rock band or something. Dude like sticks his tongue out and Leech Life. We'll go as far as we can before we have to go back and I always love that jingle, the cry. I mean, I didn't mean to use that twice, but that'll help against singing, I think. I think Paris is very rare though, and I think he's like on the last bit of Mount Moon, if I remember correctly. I'm barely doing any damage. Must have good defense. Nice. I should use quick attack. That's fine. Nice. Yes, you lost. You lost. I have to make a note of which fossil I get at the end here, so I don't get the same one whenever I play red. Dun, dun. I've never really. I think I used Aerodactyl a bit. I've never been a big like fossil guy. Like I don't know, it's just so late into the game when you get a fossil Pokemon. Like they're usually pretty high level and strong, but I don't know. I usually have like a rock or a ground type by time. A very powerful one at that. It's weird. There's no color on the Magnemite. Is this thing gonna self-destruct? Suspiro, I'm 2 levels ahead with Pidgey. I'm just realizing now that if they have electric type moves, I'm gonna be screwed. But I don't think they would have any this early on. Maybe like Thundershock. Oh shoot. Forgot he's only got Peck. Well. Screech is defense, right? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was attack. Okay, that went quite well. Pokemon won't do. I mean, I could catch one for the counter, but I'll be alright. Nice. Guess I can use Pikachu. I haven't even seen any Geodudes somehow. It's the Zubats. That should be my top priority, really. Level 11, that's not bad. Or candy, nice. I'm not gonna use that. Maybe at the end. You dude. Took quite a while. I could wait on one of these, but level 10 is not terrible. I'll probably need one for Lieutenant Surge. I'm not sure if there's any caves in between here and then. Am I gonna kill him with the low kick? Let's just try. I'm sure there'll be more. Okay, nice. I figured he wasn't strong enough to one-shot him. Oh, let's add one to the counter. I think I always name my Geodudes like Rocky or something like that. At least there's a lot of items around. I might see if there's another way to... I suppose I could stream music elsewhere and they just have OBS take it through there. I would just need to download MP3s, which is fine. Not my preferred method. I mean, I could do it on YouTube, but YouTube, Premium is not a surefire thing, you know. It's a subscription, so I wouldn't want to rely on it. But I could, well, since I have it at the moment. That would be easy to set up. And then at least I'll have a playlist, and then if I ever lose Premium, I'll just download everything and then set it up on that. How I was doing before is I had it baked into the video because I don't know why. Something like I couldn't get it set up like I wanted. I think I needed a plugin to do like music like that just played when I was on a certain scene. And most people, at least that I've seen, they just have like Spotify on and they let it play when they're streaming. Obviously they have premium, so they don't have to worry about ads. Twitch. I was looking at something. Oops. Okay, quick attack. Well, it's 10 minutes after that break I said I was gonna have. I'm gonna take it even though we're not finished with the tier list. Probably put my stuff in the oven and then come back, and then I'll leave again to actually go eat it. Paper, that's nice. But this is a dead end, isn't it? Oh wait, no, it just comes around. Just thinking the same thing. Maybe when I finally get beat out of here, I'll do that. Electricity's not very effective against grass, right? Let's just use quick attack. Could use Spearow though. And grass is that effective? No. I think it's just resistant, right? Grass is just resistant to electricity. Hot dish. That's a pretty good sprite. I'm not sure this is gonna work. Let's switch to Spearow. I might take it before that. I might just go put this stuff in the oven, and then I'll come back and then break later. Bellsprout? We'll stick with what we have. Jeez. 2 ladders? Hmm. A youngster. These Rattatas are a menace. Let's see if we can do this. It should slow him down a bit, hopefully. Although I did get first hit anyway. Oh. So I could take this. I didn't think it would be 1 HP, but I'll take that over getting knocked out. Oh, we can... If I use Quick Attack, he uses Quick Attack, who's gonna win? Nice. Is that because I had a higher speed stat? I don't know what he just said. I wasn't looking. Actually, I should use Nidoran because it would be good against Lieutenant Surge. At least for stuff like this, like these trainer battles with normal Pokemon, you know? Can't use Pikachu. Fighting wouldn't work. I should have used Pidgey. This will work out. Yeah. Okay. Good for you. It's just a normal wild battle. I don't know, I guess I remember Cerulean being like way further than out of Mount Moon. But if it's like right after, maybe we'll get to it. It'd be cool if I could like hook up my phone and then press go live on there and then it just stays on the same stream. This a Moonstone, that's pretty good. That's for Nidoran. The hiker wants to fight. I wonder if I'm gonna have to trade like Nidoran over to red, use the Moonstone, then trade it back. In order to evolve. I don't think you can trade items, right? And then rock Pokemon are not good against my team. Not good for my team, rather. I think we can get one more in. Or not. See that veracity of what she tackled? That felt different. Be better. That's not what I expected. You can switch to Butterfree. But I want someone else to get HP. Actually, these guys don't fighting moves. We could just use it. Ooh. Nope. Too late. I think these guys evolve at like 18 or something like that. Let's go down here. I think we've seen everything on that floor. Should probably go back pretty soon. Someone got knocked out? Will this finish him in one shot? I don't think it will. No, no, no. Yeah, we should probably go back. Someone down here, isn't there? I want to see what's over here. Now let's go back. We'll take those other 2 ladders when we come back. We need to switch Pokemon out of the first slot. It's kind of like how the dungeons of Pokemon are not really framed as such. You wouldn't really know unless you're familiar with the genre. Because a lot of times it's just to get, like here, Mount Moon is just to get from point A to point B. That was some crazy sound effect. Nice. Oh, that's the exit. I'm trying to think, like, what's down there? Okay, I'll be right back. Oops. Oh, I didn't know I was on mute, my bad. Okay, so in an effort to keep things going and not have a lot of dead air, I think I'm going to play muted while I eat. So I only need to press like a couple buttons. So we're gonna try that. There it is. I can't remember what I used to call my Paris. "12 Pokemon. Yeah. I'll have to grab him next time. Although I'm tempted to go back right now. Maybe after this. Pokemon gangsters. Is bug effective against poison? Or was that the... What? I thought bug was weak to poison. I blew it. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go back. No point, because I want to get all this experience. I need it for Paris and for Pikachu, most of all. So might as well just go back. Feels so nice not getting berated while you're in a cave every 5 steps. I always liked how when she puts them on, it's like kind of like a beat. The whole sequence is like a song, and it ends in that jingle. I think we'll put it back better free. Actually, maybe need her in. No, these two need to evolve, so go back Butterfree. I believe they're still hurt, yeah, in the box. It's a nice Geodude sprite. I know some of these sprites were used in Gen 2, with different shading. There's something, and you can kind of see it, the red and blue sprites are like very small, and like tightly compacted most of the time. Well, the Gen 2 sprites are kind of like, sometimes they, especially the Gen 1 Pokemon, they feel kind of blown up. It's just how it always felt to me. Why am I switching? Oh. Rock. I don't know what he has, probably just Scratch. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Maybe I should have kept Butterfree. I guess I could switch over to like Nidoran or something. Like Thunderbolt. Nice. Probably pretty mad at me. Oh no, he's happy. I was gonna say how much he's been knocked out, but I only missed this. Haha, I should have just got this. I thought there was gonna be more. That's okay, we can grind a bit. Supersonic style. Dang it. Bruh, come on. That's a lot of damage. Please be potion. HP up. I think I ought to save stuff like that until like the Elite Four. And like proteins and such. I used to just use them, not really taking into full account how vital they were. Especially in the right Pokemon, you know. I don't think there was anything. Yeah, top right. This ladder. Right. 'Cause, 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 Get lost, kid. A couple rocks. Come on now, dog. I'm pretty sure they're just stealing fossils. I guess this was a very big thing at the time. Like reviving the fossils. Okay. I don't want to get wrapped up. Pearson. He should be out front, honestly. I'm not gonna grind Paris against these, Zubat, though. Oh, he's grass. And bug. And he's poison. Awesome. Nice. Not going down without a fight. We'll do... one of these, I guess. I don't think I've ever, like... Well, no, I definitely used the Ekans in blue, but I don't think I used it much. Like, I never got an Arbok. Charbok! Oh, I wonder what that is. Scram! I don't have... Oh, I do have antidote. Mega Punch, nice. No, that would probably be a Mankey thing. Is there something right here? This... I was gonna say, this looks suspicious. Ether! And again, I don't want to leave. I should be saving these for a gym battle, but that'll be alright. You'll be alright. Gotta remember when we leave here, we haven't caught a Zubat or a Geodude yet. Oh, dang it. Who? Oh, Nidoran ended. I was gonna say who? No, Leech Life is gonna be pretty bad. Oh, wow. Double team? That's evasion, right? Let's see what's here. I don't think. I feel like I prefer tail whip. Yeah. Comparison. He's not gonna one shot, is he? Then again, this guy probably only has least life, so we'll just switch him out. Perfect for Pikachu, but he's too weak. Fury attack is pretty good, I think. I used to have a Pharaoh, towards the end of Blue, I think. Dang. Dang. That's like super strong. And then when I use it, nothing. Oh my goodness, man. Wow. Kudos. Defeated Rocket. We might have to go back. Wait, this is the last. Yeah, there's people up there. And I think there's like 2 or 3 right before the fossil. Can I one shot? I don't think so, but. Oh. Paralyzed, come on. Oh. Oh, yes. Good job. Wait a minute. Nah. I could probably do it. Pidgey and use a potion on Pikachu, but I'm just gonna go back. Nice. A little sleepy. I guess it's like 10 o'clock and then I just noticed my frames are dropping. Why does it do that? Slowly getting back up. Let me see if I can disconnect some stuff from the internet, see if that helps. Whoa. Okay. Oh, the frames. I forgot. That's why I stopped. I don't know. I would like to beat Mount Moon at least, but if it's gonna be like this... Then again, it is Pokemon. As long as my voice comes through slow enough, it probably won't look super bad. There's just nothing... I haven't found like a solution. I've asked people and they just like, they restart the stream, which kind of stinks. So it'll be 2 VODs. I don't want to bother people that have notifications on. I guess we'll test and let it ride and see if it evens out. It's just so sporadic, like it's going up and down. I feel like it like loses signal at some point and then it can never like latch back on. You know? Like a train got derailed. It could be there's just too many people on the Wi-Fi, you know? I assume my parents are on right now. I've tried to take all my consoles off when I'm done with them, but you just forget, you know? Like, I think the 360 is still on it right now. PS3 might be still on it. I could do that real quick and try to unplug them. I don't know if it'll help, but we could try that. Thing is, Twitch still says excellent. Unless my Twitch is just not refreshed. But it said it was dropping earlier when OBS was just fine, so... Who knows? I'm gonna refresh. No, it's still going. Let me press play on this. Yeah, the playback seems fine. I ought not mess with it, I suppose. Remember the end where you face like 3 rockets is kind of tough too. Hopefully we can get close or there without any fainting or taking a ton of damage. Jeez, dude. That parasite. Eddie. How did I use Thunder Shock? I wasn't even thinking, I was just pressing it. Leveled up at least. Good XP in here, I'd say. I think it's because I'm not running all the time. It's slow though, but it'll save. Excuse me. It'll save time. In the long run, so I don't have to grind as much. Just do it on the way to a fight. I guess it's probably the same amount of time either way, right? Same amount of battles. It flows better than seeing a patch of grass right outside of town, so you can face the gym leader. Fighting the same 1 or 2 Pokemon. Jeez. Unless Zubat's down here, I'm kind of tempted to switch to Paris in my first just so he can get some XP. I don't even think bro learns any grass type moves by level up. I might look that up, quite honestly. I imagine he learns like poison powder and such first, from what I remember. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch to this fight. Nidoran's getting low, but we have Mankey as a backup for the Geodudes. I don't know if you can get Onyxes in this cave. If you can, they're probably really rare. Guess we could switch to Pikachu for these. Is the in it, isn't it? Well, I think they were playing yellow, so I think we face what's it called? Jesse and James after this. I don't want to get hit with poison, but I just hope he has like a, yeah, like pound or something. Ooh, crashed. Hope he doesn't like whip out Toxic, I was gonna say, but he hit a crit. That's quite a strong. Do this, and then we'll do Fury Type. Disable. That's fine. What? Is it? It's random? I thought it was your most recent move. I don't know if he has any electric moves. I don't know if he can take any more attacks. Switch. I wanted to switch to Pikachu in case he has electric move, but she's pretty low as is. Disable doesn't. It's gone when the fight's over, right? Dang. Screech is brutal. Do status effects like? If I switch on my Pokemon, will it go away? Like the less defense if they're out of the field? Or is it when the whole battle's on? Coffee. Excuse me. I couldn't do that. tempted. I don't know what smog does. I actually don't know. Is that just like a poison? Oh, it's a poison attack. I'm screwed. I thought it was like a poison gas. It just poisoned you. Dang, I got too greedy. Well, Paris is unfortunately not going to get any XP from Jesse and James. I think we're done with the Mount Moon after that. As long as Twitch doesn't say that I'm unstable, it should be good. If I look at the VOD, then if it's bad. So I think the way I'm gonna remember is red and blue, except I'm playing red and yellow. So yellow is on the right. Does it say anything if I look at the fossil? No, okay. What is this music? Anime accurate. Oop. No. Well. Nope. Coffee. It's not even that strong. It's a different pitch for a second. Should have used dang. What am I doing? I don't know. Huh. I thought I remembered Berlin being further south. I just need to find Pokés. Nice blue. And what is this? Rock Punk or something? This is Bide. And then Water Gun. Oh, not Ether. HP up. Take a heal. Excuse me. Do. I think I did hear that if you have a high enough happiness with Pikachu, he looks okay right now. You look happy. And an empty slot, you can get the Bulbasaur. So I guess we'll check. I don't think I'm good enough, but we have to do like bills and that route we just came from. We'll go check that out. See how he's feeling after that. Good Frankie in there. Sure. Nope. That's fine. We'll just keep an empty slot for now. Sure. Talk about Pokemon increase. To this, are those stat buffs like real? Because I always heard that, and I'm like, is it actually like boost? It's just hard to believe. Level 30. Not really. But outside of battle. Okay. What's the point of this? Strange. Motorbike, right? Mountain bike, mountain bike. Ah, no. I think you can actually buy that too. Damn. Dang. It's a very nice blue. I heard something about that. The Pokemon at the top of your list when you use a repel, it's like every level below that will get repelled, which is pretty interesting. Mysterious blue aura surrounds it. Officer Jenny. Let's go check that route that we went through. Oh, are we stuck? The one-way ticket. If he uses spec, I'm rude. Okay, no, the frames are down. I don't know why Twitch says it's stable. I just checked it on my phone. It sucks, I want to play more. Dang it, I forgot. It's a Spearow. Like a flash grenade. The Leer. Nice. It stinks. Hopefully I didn't miss anything super important. I was gonna check again. Ah, shoot. Not paying attention, man. Brain just totally out of it when it's a wild Pokemon. We didn't even finish tier list. I don't think I could do it now with how the lag is, though. I'm gonna have to save it for another time. Excuse me. So, I think my plan is, I'm gonna go put the boss screen on. I'm gonna go turn off the Wi-Fi on the Xbox and such, and then we'll see how it is. If not, I'm gonna try like restarting OBS and see if the stream's still up, but it's probably gonna go down. But we're just gonna end it here. I think I might work on stuff, and I might come back in like 30 minutes and do that type of stream. But if not, I'll catch you guys next time, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But have a good morning, a good night, and good bye. If I don't see you, I'm gonna go take care of that stuff.